Hi artists! I wanted to share with you our topic for this week. It's going to be French artist Henri Matisse, and me and Mrs. Cunningham are going to be sharing some projects with you that are inspired by his work. We're also going to be reading this story, Henri's Scissors, because his scissors became his #1 tool in his artwork. So let's get started and learn about his life through this story. Henri's Scissors by Jeannette Winter. In a small weaving town in France, a young boy named Henri Émile Benoit Matisse watched his mother paint china. He wanted to paint too. He drew pictures in the sand, and he drew pictures in his school books. When Henri was a young man, he drew pictures in his law books and on contracts, deeds, and wills. Henri was sick in bed with appendicitis one winter. His mother gave him a box of paints, and he painted until he was well. He kept on painting, forgot about law, and left his small town to be an artist in Paris. Henri painted pictures day after day and year after year. He was happy, and his paintings made people happy. But when Matisse was an old man, he fell ill. So ill he couldn't paint. So ill he couldn't sit up. So ill he could lie only in bed and sleep. His paintings floated by in his dreams. When Matisse was strong enough to travel, he went to the seaside. The sea air might help him get well. Before long he sat up. A little later he drew. Then one day Matisse picked up a pair of scissors and cut out shapes from painted paper. He was drawing with scissors. "A pair of scissors is a wonderful instrument," he said. Matisse cut paper all day. His assistants painted paper for him all day. "My pleasure in cutting things out grows even greater. Why didn't I think of it earlier?" Paper cutouts covered his walls. "It seems to me that I am living a second life," said Matisse. One evening, Matisse lay in bed and drew the faces of his grandchildren on the ceiling with a piece of chalk tied to a long pole. As he fell asleep, they looked down on him and saw his dreams. They saw the shapes that surrounded him in sleep. As time went on, Matisse cut bigger and bigger shapes. They filled his seaside room with color. Then, one night, Matisse walked out into his paper garden, and the rainbow of shapes cradled the old artist and carried him into the heavens. Are some of the stars we see at night coming to us from Henri's scissors? Perhaps. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this story, Henri's Scissors. I'm super inspired by his life. It sounds like he was an artist from the start, drawing pictures as a little boy. Then he became a famous artist in Paris, and he became ill, but he didn't stop creating art. He created art from his bed or his wheelchair, and some people say that that's when he created his best and most famous work. So I hope you enjoyed the projects that we're going to do this week based on his work, and I'll see you soon.